Hey YouTube, Firestar307 here, and I have for you another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. I know it's been a while, but I haven't really had anything that I thought was, worth posting. I've had a few decks that I've been tossing around, but I don't really want to just throw up another super competitive meta deck profile. I don't want to put something up unless it's going to be unique in some way. I mean, I'll probably still put up, if I come up with, like, say, a Dino Rabbit deck or another Inzektor build that I really like, I'll probably post that. But I'm trying to keep it creative for now. So with that being said, I'll get into one of the most interesting and creative, we'll say, decks that I've seen in a while. I don't know how many of you saw this, but Crow Cresta posted a video about the fastest deck profile ever, I believe it was called, and he posted up a video that mashed together Dino Rabbit, Inzektors, and Windups all into one deck, and I've taken that idea and tweaked it slightly to my own personal preferences. And without further ado, I will show you what I have done with that deck. First we have the triple Cabazels, just a standard Dino engine. There's not much to say about them. Same with the Sabersaurus, it's about the same. And then, excuse me, just Rescue Rabbit. I run 3 in the deck because getting it first turn is extremely important in this. It lets you go into Logia or Dolka first turn, depending on what you want to do, and it's just a very powerful card overall, especially with the ability to put the dinos back into your deck. And then one Sangan, you can search almost everything in this deck with Sangan. There are only 4 cards you can't, and 2 of them you don't want to because they're the vanillas. And then one Tour Bus. It's amazing for the combos. You can put back one of your dinosaurs, you can put back your Zen Matey if you make that with Tour Bus and Tour Guide. One of the most amazing combos you can do with this is by going Tour Guide, getting Tour Bus, and then make the Zen Matey. Let's see. No. I lied, I'm sorry. There was already a Hunter on the field, and then you make the Zen Matey. Then you tribute it off. And then you special the rat, and then now that this is in the graveyard, you bring Tour Bus back, and then make Zen Matey with this, and then detach the Hunter, and then tribute off this to the Zen Matey, so you can do it all over again. But that's just one of the things that I found out that's a really fun thing to do. But 3 Tour Guides. It's a level 3 deck. It goes off. It lets you go into so many different things. Leviair, Zen Matey, Zen Mains, Acid Golem. It's Tour Guide, you know what it does. And then 3 Wind-Up Rat for the loop, and just making rank 3s. Change the defense, grab Wind Up from your graveyard, and then part of the loop, as you know. And then 3 Sharks, because this and Tour Guide means you can go into a pretty good loop on your first turn, because you can go Tour Guide, Tour Bus, Zen Matey, Shark, special the Shark, and then you can go into your loop from there very easily. And then 1 Hunter, he's part of the loop, he's 16 by himself, so he's kind of nice. And then only 2 Hornets, because you want to draw it, yes, but you have ways to put it in the graveyard, which is better than drawing it almost. And not all of your deck is Inzektors. It doesn't revolve around blowing things up with Hornet. That's just part of how it goes. And then 3 Dragonfly, used to blow up with Hornet. Combo is amazing with Wind-Ups and Rabbit alike, because you can do your Inzektor loop, get out your Centipede, which you run 3 of also, and then make either Zen Matey or Leviair, and then go into either the Rabbit loop or the Wind-Up loop from there. And then, now we're out of the normal things. I played 1 Armageddon Knight. It helps to send either your Hunter or your Hornet to the graveyard, and it's searchable by Rhoda and Sangan, but if you have Sangan, you're probably just going to want to search the Hornet anyways, unless you want to do some extreme deck thinning. But one Armageddon Knight, and then one Marauding Captain. This guy's kind of awesome in here because he can summon literally every other monster in the deck. You normal summon him. If this is first turn, you can normal summon your Marauding Captain, and then bring out, say, Armageddon Knight. And most people aren't going to Valor Marauding Captain, so you already have some field presence. Or you can go Marauding Captain to bring out your Rat, and even if they Valor your Rat, you can exceed with Marauding Captain and Rat because he's level 3. He just does all sorts of great things for the deck. And then one monster slots, moving on to the spells. This was my card of the week if you want a little more explanation about it, but it works great with the deck. I mean, level 3, 3, 4, 3, everything in here is level 3 or 4. Sharks 4, 3, 3, 4. It goes off a lot. I mean, as long as you have field presence and something in the graveyard, which happens really often. One instant fusion gets you a level 3 or level 4, so you can exceed even easier. A good play that I made with this card was I went Rabbit into 2 Sabrosauruses against my opponent's Thunder King, and then I crashed with 1, and then attacked for 19, and then instant fused into a level 4, and then I overlaid for, I think, Gemnite Pearl, and they had a hard time getting over that the rest of the game, but I got around Ryo and still got my monster out, but instant fusion's really good in here. One Lance, you'd probably run more if it weren't for space issues. I think this deck is at 41 right now, but one Lance to help your monsters either get over things, protect them from spells and traps, or just make your opponent's monster smaller than yours. One Rhoda searches Marauding Captain and Armageddon Knight. You run it with warriors if you need to search them. Foolish for the Hunter and the Hornet. Avarice, it's amazing with the wind-up loop first turn, and it's just really good to refuel your deck. 2 MSTs, 1 Heavy Storm, and 1 Monster Reborn. I do not main deck Dark Hole because this deck is very orientated on getting things onto the board very fast, and I don't run the 3rd MST because it is possible to get dead hands in this deck, but it's not as easy as you might think. This deck isn't as bad as you might think either. You should really give it a try on DN or in real life if you have the cards. Alright, so now for the extra deck. For Instant Fusion you have your level 3 and your level 4. I chose Fusionist and I believe it's Carbanola? Yeah, Carbanola Warrior or whatever he is. But level 4, level 3 makes it easier to go into other things. 3 Zen Mateys, sadly mismatched, but Wind Up Loop. 1 Zen Mains. You know, it's Zen Mains, he does his work. And 1 Leviathan, and then 1 Leviair, get back Insectors, get back Rabbit. 1 Acid Golem. This deck has a bit of a problem about getting over big monsters, so this guy is actually fairly necessary to make, especially if you know your opponent's going to kill him next turn. It's just fine to make him whenever because you can recover from a lot of stuff as long as your opponent doesn't have a huge back row or a bunch of Valors to stop you, because your opponent only has 3 Valors and you have a lot of things to Valor in this deck. And then 2 Logias and 2 Dolkas for the Dino engine, or Dragon I suppose. Logia is usually a better first turn choice, and then Dolka's better when you know what they're playing. And then 1 Utopia and 1 Gemnite Pearl to finish off the extra deck. This was kind of a slot that I wasn't sure about. I was thinking about playing Maestroke and thinking about Photon Cooperative and thinking about all sorts of different things, but I think this worked out very well because I said this deck has a problem getting over things. Set cards aren't really a problem, so that ruled out Cooperative. And then Maestroke was like, the Utopia kind of does the same thing, so I went with these 2. And then for the side deck, this was something that I kind of threw together just thinking about what matches I was going to play against. One Kinetic Soldier, it's level 3, so it has synergy with the deck, and I knew that there were going to be some heroes there where I was playing them. 2 Snowman Eaters against dinos, even heroes it works against, because it's 19 defense, and that's as big as their biggest normal summon usually goes. And it's level 3 again, synergy with the rest of the deck. The extra space, back row hate. The Dark Hole in the side deck against, I played a Gladiator deck, and I sided in against him because War Chariot is a big pain to this deck. Like, that was my one major loss of the evening, and that was in top. Yes, I did top with this deck at like 27, 26, something around there, locals. But yeah, I lost to Gladiators in top because triple War Chariot and a large back row is pretty painful against this deck. But I mean, it was a pretty close match. It was nothing I was sad about. But yeah, Dark Hole against like decks you don't want them to have field presence. Mind Control, good against Dino Rabbit. Against any of the decks that play the same cards you do. Windups, Insectors, and Dino Rabbit. This is amazing against. 1 Soul Taker for Dragons. This was in here because I knew there were at least 3 people playing Gravekeepers. And there was also a person playing Exodia. And Exodia sets a lot of stuff. So I sided this in against Exodia also, and it worked out pretty awesomely. I hit Arcana Force Zero the Fool, and then I killed them because they thought they were safe because I had a Logia. 2 Smash Grounds, same reason as the Dark Hole, except, you know, more condensed, smaller versions. And then 3 Prohibitions. This is because I really had no idea what to side for this deck. It ended up working out amazingly. I sided them in twice, once against Exodia and once against Heroes. I prohibited Swift Scarecrow and Battle Fader against the Exodia deck, and he MST'd both of them almost instantly, but the MSTs helped me to realize that he didn't have anything else in hand to stop me except for those, and from there on I did shenanigans of all 3 decks, I think, and eventually beat him because he didn't have anything to, per se, stop me from killing him. And then this also worked great against the hero deck because you can prohibit Neos Alias, and then that makes Gemspark, Miracle Fuse, Parallel World Fusion if that you play it, and all sorts of stuff dead because they can't use Alias in anything. And then 2 Decree. The only traps run anywhere in this. They're there for back row heavy things. They're kind of meh against Gladiators. I kind of wish I would have had like trap stun or something chainable, but oh well. But yeah, that was my ultimate meta deck, as I like to call it. So give me some feedback on what you guys think of this menagerie of nonsense. It does actually work, so don't tell me it doesn't, because I've played it. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Like I said, like the video, subscribe, comment. Definitely comment. Discuss below what you think about this, and then yeah, go check out Crow Crusta's channel because he comes up with awesome stuff like this, and he makes really cool Oricas. And I'll see you next time, YouTube. Bye.